King news, my lovely, wonderful people. Ganduje in serious trouble. Oh, hey, you won't believe what is happening. You know the new governor that has just been sworn in. Yes, so Governor Yusuf. They say this life, not balance. So, Ganduje was trying his hardest best possible to pick a candidate that will succeed him so that he will not be investigated and nobody will go after him. However, he did not quite succeed. NNPP is now the government in charge of Kano State. My dear, the new governor, Governor Yusuf, has begun demolition on Ganduje's approved buildings and properties in the state. So, yes, so you hear me. Not be small demolition they go on since morning. No. Ganduje said don't run come on for the state. So problem they grand. Ganduje is in. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Kano State Governor, Engineer Ababa Karib Yusuf has begun massive demolition of buildings approved for construction by the immediate past administration of Ganduje, which he constructed, describing them as illegal. Our correspondent observed that as a number of buildings constructed on public areas were brought down by bulldozers at the early hours of Saturday morning. It's been recalled that few hours after he was announced as governor-elect, Yusuf began chanting out directives, part of which was a threat to demolish commercial shops and other buildings constructed within the government-owned property or public areas. Our correspondent reports that a three-story building with over 90 stores on race course by Fiel Sakawa Sarawa local government area, the GROA, was destroyed at the order of the Governor Yusuf by 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. Governor Yusuf, who personally led the demolition exercise, was accompanied by the State Commissioner for Police, Mr. Umaru Mohammed. A source close to Government House told our correspondent that many buildings within the Kano metropolis approved by the immediate past administration have been marked for demolition. Ganduje has since been out of the scene as nobody knows his current whereabouts. The governor and Ganduje are engaged in a cold war. Ganduje and Yusuf are not best of friends as this is beginning to show and cause real tension in the state between those who are supporters of Ganduje, the immediate past administration, and those who are supporters of the current administration. Yusuf is going in seriously probing Ganduje's administration, all that was done to be able to say to Nigerians how Ganduje manage the wealth and properties as well as the resources for Kano State in the last 8 years. This has since begun serious tension in the states. So my people, now waiting that they try to explain to now. So if you look, for instance, now River State, if you look at Wike very well, he try hardest best possible to ensure say he put person there will be say na person will be say there are two they speak the same language. What I mean by that, I don't mean literally. Like for instance, both of them are from the same hometown. That's not what I mean. Picking your successor, probably from the same party, somebody who has been a lawyer, somebody who has been loyal to you, somebody who will listen to you, who will not come after you in terms of probing your administration. Yes, that's what they do. That's what most of the governors, that's why you see them do their hardest best possible in order to get a successor so that for the next 8 years is as though they have a breathing space, okay, and nobody will be able to come after them. And within that time, you'll be 4 to 6, 8 years, which is the time for the person who succeed them to be able to, by the time that person is sitting right into the government, they may have planned, succeeded in moving out some of their loot and relocated abroad, them and their family. So that's what they try to do. But the thing is, Nigeria, to a large extent, our government officials are not being honest. So they come into offices, they come pleading, saying they want to be servant leaders, they want to serve. But really, truly, sincerely speaking, they are coming to be served. Yes, so they come in Yeah, and they begin to squander the wealth or amass wealth in no small way for themselves. So much so that at the end of the day, yes, they leave the state worse off than they met it. Very few leaders come in and work for the state. Very few, So money that should have been used for to develop areas in the state, get on with skills acquisition for the youth, bring in some things. Today we know how technology is. There are so many things we can do as a nation that will put us ahead, and stop us being seen as people who are trying to jack back from our country. You know how many intelligent young sharp we have? You think it's easy to do Yahoo? Try and make you see now. Why can't we go to space? Why can't we harness that wealth of knowledge? The government invests heavily in it. Why can't we channel that energy? Yes, go and see the eastern part of the country. They pick something from China, and by the time they are done making that thing in Aba, you will not believe it. So why can't we start our own? Guess what? There will be no need for say we are looking for a job. No, no, naturally, it will lead to job creation. It will lead to demand and supply. We even have, in fact, we'll be exporting. Our GDPR will increase. Our naira will appreciate. And nobody will be telling us to bring outrageous evidences to prove that you want to go for a holiday, that you will come back, because they are scared that you are going there, you're not coming back again. In fact, you will tear your Nigerian passport and say it is missing. So those things can be stopped. Do you know not all countries go to take visas and whatever? Go and check Kuala Lumpur. Go and check these islands, small islands and all that, all over. What's happening? They have built their economy in such a way that the citizens are not going out to look for job. They've built, well, they're not importing everything. The few or the number of people that they have, to a large extent, there is job. There, their whatever currency they have is good, is strong. So you're not looking down on them. Don't you know, if Nigeria have good government and begin to implement good, and we're going to put things in place, systems in place that work, do you know that these people will come and look for us? Do you know that? Do you know we live in our countries? Not everybody will stay in the country, yes, but those who are living, due to duress, guess what? It's called a brain drain, where the intelligent ones are going. Who is left in the country? This is supposed to bring about a balance for the society, for the economy to grow. But we're going out there to give it to some other people, and nothing is left back home. What a shame. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.